What's up, nerds? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are at ICCast and we are talking all things kayaks. We're talking kayaks and kayak accessories and anything you might want to have to be on the water with something made of plastic.
In a kayak, like the one we're sitting in.
In a kayak. Like this new Canoe Unlimited, we're just chilling and doing our intro for. So, show's gonna be a blast. Really excited about it. We got a ton of new products to share with you guys. A couple new kayaks that dropped, a ton of new accessories, and some crazy freaking motors I think you guys are going to like. All right, Paul, you excited? You ready to go?
I'm freaking gassed. Let's get after it, baby.
Let's go. All right, you guys, we are here with a world first. This is a jet kayak. I'm here with Flux Jet. Look at this thing. Absolutely insane. Really excited to walk through this thing. It's truly one of a kind. Like, you're not gonna see anything else like this on the market right now. And there's a lot of really cool features. In fact, like, I thought it was neat, just the idea of it in general. But as soon as I actually got to see it and walk through with this guy right here. So we got Jason with Flux Jet, who's gonna give us a walkthrough on the entire kayak and show you all the really cool features. Now, you've been engineering this for how long?
I mean, you could go all the way back 20 years if you really wanted to, but on the drive specifically, at least 10, specifically in the Flux Jet technology itself.
10 years in the making, this thing is. And again, we hopped on a call like a week ago. You kind of gave me a walkthrough. I got to see like the whole design, the 360 view, and there was so much more to this thing than I ever could have imagined. So if you could for us, just give us, bow to stern, kind of your run through what people need to know about this thing.
Super excited to finally be able to talk about it because this is 10 years of secrecy that I've been working in a dark room on this secret technology. So if you want to come back to the business end, this is the thing I don't want anyone to miss.
The business end.
Yeah,
Love
down
that.
here where the magic happens. So if you
Check
look
that
into
mirror.
our clever mirror down here, you can actually see what's going on. So the last year has just been dedicated to our intake system. So the big concern was everyone was worried about grass and whatnot getting in the pump. So we've got 2 patents just on the intake system for this thing and the way that it diverts debris going into the pump. If you come up here, you'll see you've got this heavy duty ride plate and then you've got your steering nozzle right here. And then after that, it becomes a pretty conventional kayak. So what we really wanted to do was keep as much kayak in this thing as possible, right? It's 11 feet long, it's 35 inches wide, it's 88-pound hull. If you look at the stripped down basic one, it just looks like a kayak. Like, you don't even notice the drive is there.
Yeah, so you got the molded in handles on there. I mean, you can run this thing pretty basic if you want to, or you can deck it out. And you guys have both options here to show everybody. So the decked out version, you can see how open that cockpit is out there in the basic one. But then you swing over here to my tournament version of this thing. So we've got 2 screens, Captain's Bridge. Now, is this your Captain's Bridge? Where did this one come from?
Yeah, we made that. So
is this metal?
Yeah, we just whipped that up.
Brother?
Garmin is amazing, and they hooked us up with a pair of Ultra 2 106 SB 10-inch units, and they are amazing.
Yeah.
And
Can confirm.
Can confirm. I'm glad you got the Garmin's on this. It's a pair made in heaven. I love it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can get dual setup on there. Super long tracks here, and then you got a lot more track up here.
Yep.
But
and then we put some inserts in front if you want to really get wild and do some other stuff up there. So you can also build a custom mount.
Are you guys considering a plate so you can bow mount on this?
There's a whole bunch of stuff. You might notice there's a blank plate over here for some super secret future technologies.
Nice.
What's in the other plate?
Dude.
Yes, this is our control console. So one of the really cool things I think people are going to be excited about in this boat is we have integrated voltage regulators. So basically what that allows you to do is this battery can run anywhere from 12 to 60 volts. So it's any group 31 up to 60 volts directly into the boat. But what the boat will do for you is it will give you 5 amps at 5 volts and 10 amps at 12 volts internally. It does it automatically. So right now these Garmin units are running directly off our 38 volt battery. So that's already pre-done for you.
But you can't do that, everyone said on the internet.
Golf cart's been doing it for 20, 30 years. So folks, it can be done. And it eliminates all your noise problems in your sonars. Because the noise floor is way up at the high voltage, you're down here at 12 volts, you'll never see it. That's one of the cool things, I think. It's got integrated deck lights. It comes fully rigged for nav. We're including
all these lights, right? These are included.
Yep, that's all included. And then if you see this little port right here, this little guy right here is your 12 volt out for your 360 nav light that we also include. It's just it's over in the new product showcase, but that's included too. So
nice.
That's all pre-rigged, all pre-wired, ready to go.
Also dual forward-facing rod holders. That's a big win for us, I would say. And then we got 2 rod holders in the back.
Yep.
You got room. This is a 16 by 16, right?
16 by 16.
So
and then you got your quick grab slots too. So you
Yeah.
got slots here, here, and here for your quick grab.
Yep.
I also, in the rivers, like if you check out that right there, you see my rods laying down flat. I like to go super low profile. I can also drop my rods, drop my reels right in these side pockets and lay
Yep.
my rods out. And then you notice we've got our
Tacos.
we got our paddle tacos in the back.
Yep.
And then, you know, my GoPro pole actually helps keep my rods in there too. So I can keep everything laying down flat and just go super clean, super low profile.
So you're saying you fish?
I
Yeah.
do. I fish all kinds of stuff though, and I was super excited to see you guys out in the Pacific, in the ocean, because that's more my world.
It was
And,
fun.
Yeah.
This would have been way more fun because there was a lot of kelp.
Yeah.
So I think we could have gotten through that a little bit better.
Yeah, kelp's super easy for this. So the larger the debris is, the easier the debris is. The hard stuff is the little tiny particulate, but we manage that too. But yeah, this is designed with a ton of float, because we want to be able to walk through this whole deck. You can walk all the way to the front of this boat, no problem, but it's got a ton of volume up front, and it's designed to climb up waves. So
Yeah, look at the side profile of this. This is what we were talking about on our call the other day.
Yeah.
So if you swing out here, Paul, you can get like, you can see how it ramps up. So it actually, like, look, just comes up.
Yeah, it's
designed to
got
go over, not through waves.
It's more Coast Guard cutter than bass boat, honestly.
Yeah.
So this thing is designed, when you get in the rough, you'll definitely get home, because we know if we give you this drive that can get you anywhere, it's our responsibility to make sure you get back. So that's where the float really comes in. It's also a semi-planing hull, because one of the great things about a jet is the faster you go, the more efficient it gets. Because we're not dragging a motor or anything else in the water, and that water starts to force feed into the jet, which helps to reduce drag and reduces the load on the motor. So, oh, you're gonna love this. Pre-rigged pedals. So you got your foot steering.
Pre-plumbed
Yeah, it's all ready.
and rigged.
Yeah, it's all ready to go. And it comes back to this turntable, and that drops down to a shaft that steers your nozzle. So your foot steering turns this plate, and that turns your nozzle to steer it.
Nice.
You're gonna be amazed by the steering on this boat. Yeah, the turntables.
I mean, it's a turntable.
It's a turntable, you got it. So one of the amazing things about this boat is being jet, we can literally sit right in place and rotate 360 on station. So,
I love doing donuts. I did it on a Garmin yesterday. I would like to do it on this as well. All right, so what the heck is this? Because I thought I had an open bow section.
yeah, so we include this too. So this is your front hard cover. And right now we've got our Buffalo Gear cooler in there, so you can keep all your drinks and
Nice.
refreshments.
And an access hatch up here, too.
Yeah, you got access in there.
Nice.
And the idea was with this front section, we want to give you maximum open deck so you can do whatever you want with it. But this front section, you can remove this. We're working on a couple different options. One of them is actually a kid's jump seat that we can snap in the front.
Family time.
And then you've got face-to-face time with your kiddo, you know? So
Yeah.
that was part of the reason we went dual forward-facing rod holders, because I want to be able to put mine down and theirs and help them out. But yeah, the little kiddie seat up here is pretty great. First time I took my
Yeah.
daughter in it, we're going to make some videos, but I think people are...
unite.
Yeah, right.
We-
yeah, right. Well, I mean, when I was designing this boat, I just think about like how much money people spend to just see their kids smile at Disneyland. Like,
Way better here.
I'm telling you.
This is the exact amount of that. You'll find out in a second.
Yeah, like I just the smile on a kid's face the first time they catch a fish, and the fact that they're sitting here facing you and you can help them. Like, to me, I was like, how can I best use this space? I think we'll come up with other different ways to use this, but that one to me, because as a dad buying a boat, like that's kind of like a selfish thing. Like I'm going out solo, but I was like, but if I put a kid seat in it, I can take my
It's
kid.
family time.
Exactly.
The girl
So-
dads get it.
Girl dads get it.
Why do we keep doing this?
Yeah.
And this is fully removable, so you got just two bungees up here. So if you want to go to
Yep.
the open setup, you can do that. One other thing I wanted to make sure you call out, because I thought this was really cool, is right here. It's in the cup holder. So, oh look, there's a hatch there. So there's actually a grate right underneath here. So this is where your transducer goes. So you've got the scupper in that cup holder, so you can run your transducer wire up and then have your unit right here as well as just an alternative option for that. So I thought that was really, really neat because it keeps the transducer up, hidden, protected. I've destroyed a transducer recently. It sucks. They're not free, but that would keep it nice and safe. So I like that a lot. And then I was going to ask you, can you switch the throttle control?
Yep.
So look at this. You can just move your throttle over here. So if you're a righty guy or a lefty guy, you're good to go.
And then you can also use the unmarked space. Like if you wanted to do a live scope mount off of that, you can
Yeah.
also mount off of that and use it as an external mount
Nice.
there too. So,
All good stuff. So here's what the people need to know. What are we talking price point to start?
well, I mean, with the way price points have been going on products in this category lately, I'm assuming everyone's holding their breath for that answer.
Immediately, yes.
So I'm happy to report that this boat, fully rigged, ready to go, with the drive, with the voltage regulators, with the lights, $2,900. What's gonna blow people?
That's insane.
What's gonna blow people's mind is that our drive unit, it took 10 years, but we can actually produce that drive unit for less than the cost of most pedal drive systems.
First of all, that's bonkers. Because yeah, pedal drives, any pedal drive you buy is gonna be $1,000. It's gonna be $1,000 or more. So the fact that you can get this entire vessel for $2,900, you're motorized, that's amazing. And you can use any battery with this.
Any battery.
Pick a battery, any voltage, 12 to 60.
Yep.
12 to 60 volts, bonkers. And this is like a kind of a standardized 100 amp
box. Yep.
Yep.
Up to group 31. So
up to group 31. Big old batteries will fit right in there, under your seat, out of the way, centers your weight. This thing is nuts. And then we didn't really even get into this, but that's the throttle. It actually like clicks in the middle so you know where you are, but you've got your forward and your reverse.
So
super easy.
On the throttle, one of the design things with this is I really wanted a no-look throttle. Like I really wanted to keep it super simple. I don't want to hunt for buttons and modes. Like I want to be able to just reach down, find that, push forward, push back, find center without looking at it. So that
super clean.
A lot of time like making this to where there's nothing to snag. I want to be able to drag a line over it and have nothing to catch on. But yeah, super happy. I want it to be able to be, there's nothing to attach, nothing to detach, it's just ready to go. Okay.
Since we're talking about throttle, how fast can this go?
Yeah, so speed is gonna vary with your voltage. So it's automatically going to look at the voltage you're feeding it, and it's gonna scale your power with the voltage you feed it. So if you give it a 12 volt battery, you're gonna be somewhere in that trolling motor 3 mile an hour range, all the way up. Once you get to 36, you'll get up to 6-7 miles an hour, all the way to 60 volt. It just gets more efficient over 36 volts.
You're gonna jet. Awesome. All right, so when can the people have this kayak?
We're gonna start rolling it out to select testers here immediately, basically.
Who would that be?
I don't know. We'll see.
Somebody. Not this guy.
Now accepting bribes. Like
now accept a couple bucks.
Yeah.
What do we got?
Well, it's only $2,900, so I mean we're easy. Don't worry about it.
Even trade. I think you guys crushed it. Nice work on this.
Thank you.
Good luck on the release and all of that, but we're stoked about it.
We are here at the Garmin booth at ICCast, and one thing you saw us try on the water was the new Garmin Force trolling motor. So this is going to be a stern mount trolling motor. So same functionality as the stern mount kayak motor, but you're going to get all the features and functions of a trolling motor. This is a huge unlock because what this allows you to do is get away from having two motors to do different things, right? So your bow mount motor, your trolling motor is going to go ahead and handle everything like your spot lock. It's going to handle your remote control functionality. And then your stern mount motor is going to be more powerful, more efficient. It's going to propel you for those long distances. This motor is crazy because it can actually do both for you. So this is what your motor looks like in the back. It's going to mount right here to your 4-bolt pattern. You're going to have some of your indication right up here. But really, the crazy part is you're going to have an unbelievable amount of connectivity. You can actually manage all of the different functions of the motor from your Echo Ultra HD graph if you happen to have one. You also get this as one of the coolest remotes in the game that I have seen yet. You can actually hold this manual and you can actually just turn the motor left and right. So if I turn this way, motor goes that way. If I turn this way, it goes this way. Now you get your standard functionality as well where you can just turn it around, but you also can go ahead and click anchor and it's going to hold you. There you go. Now obviously we're indoors. Indoors, we don't get the same functionality. Surprise, surprise. But truly, really high quality, a ton of functionality built into this. You can manage speeds, heading, and you can manage all of your different waypoints. You just have a ton of functionality right here. So another thing to call out, this is called the man overboard. So typically you would have a tether, right? So a cable that's going to attach to you. When you fall out of a boat, it's going to manually disconnect itself from the motor, and then that's how the motor stops when you go overboard. In this case, you have a GPS functionality. When you get further away from the motor, it's just going to automatically cut off for you. There are also, this is insane, wireless, cableless control foot pedals. So here's your one foot pedal right here. You're able to go left and right, managing both of them. And by pulling the heel down on one and the toe down on the other, you can just do a perfect circle in the water, which if you've ever pulled up to a bank and been like, yeah, I'm ready to go, you usually have to go backwards and then you can't see where you're going, you don't get a lot of control, or you have to like paddle yourself around. Not anymore, you just turn and go. Now it does have full reverse, so both feet down, you're going to spin in reverse, both feet forward, now you're starting to go forward. Also, you can go ahead and just anchor lock by hitting those triggers right there. So you saw that go off, boom. Now you're in spot lock mode, hit it again, and now it's off. This thing is meant to be wireless, functional, and then replace that other motor, and then the connectivity. You can even with the connectivity reach down to your watch and say, go ahead and switch me over to live scope or switch me back to downscan, and it's going to automatically do that for you. The price tag is high. You're getting a premium quality, premium efficiency, premium connectivity, and you can avoid having to buy 2 different motors. You can even run 2 different battery types. So with the regulation involved with the electronics, you can run a 12 or 24 volt, which is a crazy benefit, especially for those kayak anglers.
Did you steer it?
Yes, I did, and I steered it with the remote too.
Did you spot lock?
I even spot locked it.
Yeah.
I like how Jeff assumes I didn't do my job.
Did you even try?
Maybe. All right, let's get Jeff involved. He wants to do stuff too.
All right, you guys, this screen is insane. Look at this. So 16 inches. It's as big
Look at that
as
school bus.
3 of my heads. I now have cancer.
Actually makes me very nervous as a school bus down here.
Well, look at the fish on that
there's a
school
bass
bus.
on it. That's a whale.
Bro, that's a whale. And look at this guy coming in from the side. No, 2 of these were on the Bonafide XTR that we were on yesterday testing this thing out. This thing is nuts. Hyper clarity on this too. Sunlight readable. So that's updated technology from the screen. It's fantastic. Did you check out this whip? Check out this whip.
Fine.
Stern to bow. Look at this thing. So here's your unit. They actually did this custom plate rig to run this gigantic cable through that power link.
Like that.
Big old speaker and subwoofer setup. There's your control unit for that. Look at the front. What are we doing? So we got that. There's the big old
God,
screen.
that's clean.
Look at this.
I've never seen the Y boy.
This is insane. This is like normally what I get to see.
Yes.
Add so much more to that. That's really cool. Love that they're showing the adaptability. So this is the PWR instead of the XTR, which is what you guys saw it on the On the Water day. They got the Sniper Marine off the side. All right, you guys, that's a wrap on Garmin. I think it's pretty sick. At first, I totally understood where everybody's coming. They're like, oh, 50-pound thrust, $3,600 if you get the foot pedals. Honestly, we talked about it in our On the Water day. Like, it kind of negates the need for the second motor up front.
Yep.
Now you can condense to just one. You can get away with $2,200 starting with a Wii remote because you can just gesture control.
Insane.
And then if you want to add the pedals, you could add them at any point in time.
Yep.
30-second install, you're done and like dusted.
Well, and you can move
they're
it from
pretty
kayak
fast.
to kayak too, which is pretty nuts. Like I never really thought about it. But I was like, man, you can literally just take this from one kayak to the other and not have to buy 2 sets and not have to drill holes in the hull and all that sort of thing. What a huge win, because one of the hardest installs is that foot steering. I think it's just a huge advancement and what's available for people. Other companies are going to see this and be like, yeah, we are suddenly very behind. So I think it's a very efficient motor. It was able to push Jeff and I together at over almost 5 miles an hour, 4.7, 4.8 is where we got. And it's designed for efficiency. So we're looking for that long haul. And the reason is it's a stern mount motor. So you're going to be making those longer runs. And then when you get there, you're still going to be running that because what are you going to do? You're going to hit the spot lock and you're going to be like, catch me some fish.
I think it's sick. I'll take 5. Also, I'll take 5 of the giant screens. Garmin, you'll be hearing from me. Let's go.
We're here at the Bonafide Native booth, and today we're going to be talking about a new release. New kayak release is always super exciting, something new for the industry. We got Marvin here who's going to help tell us about this kayak. Marvin, I believe you helped design some of this kayak, so we got the true expert. Give us the breakdown on this new one.
This is the Native Watercraft Hammer, 12 foot 10 inches long. Without the drive and the seat, it's about 110 pounds. With it, it's about 140.
Big dog.
It's a big dog, 650-pound weight capacity.
Sheesh.
It'll hold more weight than the Titan X.
That's a lot of crankbaits.
But it's narrower.
That's a couple of jeans.
Look at this guy. It's
how many jeans can we get in this thing?
and one of the reasons we were able to get the weight capacity up on this boat so much this year is this new X-Range propel drive. This is totally new for us.
This is a huge difference. Now, if you come over here and you look at the older drive,
you see
it's
the profile
all one
there,
piece.
how much room that takes up.
Yes.
This is much flatter on the.
It's because you got a hinge up here, right? What a huge difference.
There is a hinge. Let's undo this.
And we should talk about this plate. Jeff, can you zoom in on this plate? This is also a big one for me.
That's a big change too.
This is a massive upgrade from the prior. If you come over
right.
here and look at the prior model, what we had was a plastic cover that would bungee over on both sides. So functional, yes, it got the job done. This is a massive upgrade.
You've got one twist latch. That's all you have to do to get this out.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a lot faster. Got a little stash area there to put your sandwich, your phone, whatever you like.
My keys.
My Uncrustables.
I would need 19 of these for the type of sandwich I get, but I hear you and I love what we're seeing.
It's a short sandwich.
It's a snacky Sam. All right, walk us through the drive.
So let's take a look at this drive. It's cool. there's the hinge. We can straighten up that prop,
Yep.
drop it down in here,
Look at
push
that.
it forward a little bit, it latches in place.
Then you put this guy right back in.
That's right. And if you're familiar with the old one would kick up a little if you bumped into
Yes.
a rock or a stump. This will still do that. It'll still kick up a bit.
That's awesome.
The indexer has changed a little bit if you want to get way down in here. You know, one thing you've got to do when you're lifting these is get the prop straight up and down.
Yep.
So it used to be you had to pull a lever on the right. Now you can just push down on this.
Oh, to
And
stop
that'll
it.
lock the prop straight up and down like that. And then we can just pull it out, no problem.
That's pretty smooth. I like that.
Now,
That
if you're
is
running a
solid.
motor
Yep.
and you don't really want to use the drive, but you want to bring it with you for backup, just in case the battery dies, pick this up, pull that pin.
Oh. Oh.
And we're out.
Oh, that's
So again,
good.
you talk about profile.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
storing it in your car.
Totally
with that thwart
different.
bar. This one, you just leave the thwart bar here all the time.
Well, now your only width is the width of the pedals, not the width of that bar.
That's
That is
exactly
a huge
right.
difference.
That's
Oh,
right.
I
The,
love
the
that.
pedals are the only thing really that sticks out. The weight on that, it's about 25, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right. So industry standard, 22 to 27 pounds, industry standard for a heavy duty. I will tell you guys right now.
Cast
this is
aluminum.
right up there. Yeah, cast aluminum is what he's talking about. That is a heavy duty drive. You're not going to have any issues with durability on that one. And that's what we love to see.
It does have a toe pad eye on the front, same as the
Oh.
newer Titan X's do. That's reinforced inside, so if you're winching it up onto a trailer, you don't have to worry about
That's awesome.
damaging that. This has got the sharpest bow of any native watercraft that we've ever had.
Now, what's that going to do for you?
It's going to cut through the water a lot better. So with the motor or the pedal drive, it's going to be faster.
Talking about that efficiency, any water coming
That's
to the
it.
front of the prow.
We've also got grab handle right here that you can pick this guy up by.
Because that's how you do it.
Isn't that awesome?
Oh, that's great.
So the deck is higher in this kayak than anything we've ever seen. Look at the low profile on this, and then look over there.
About 6 inches right here. You got about 2 inches right here. Holy smokes.
It's,
That means you're going to feel really roomy inside. It's a lot of open air space.
It does. And when you're standing where you are and you look at that floor and then you look at that floor, this is obviously so much higher.
Huge difference.
But I'm already hearing that the water line is like 1.5 inches below where it is on the other kayak.
Wow.
So should be a really dry deck for people.
And that's what we love to hear. We've seen that with some of the other prior models where got some water coming in and staying again. You got that little puddle action going on. We're gonna try and get rid of some of that via the engineering, raising the deck up.
Especially when you've got motors, the weight, and the speed, because you know the water on that one, the water wants to cavitate up through the drive bay, and this will really help prevent that.
600 pound capacity. I'm loading the thing up for sure.
Amen.
Gotcha.
Amen
Nice.
to that. Same
So
swivel
650.
seat that we've
Thank
had
you.
on the Titan X,
Gotta
the
have it.
Millennium seat. The junk drawer there, same thing. Let's slide that up and let's take a look at this puppy. Look at that. Nice and flat
Yes.
on the bottom.
This is the big
Latches-
reveal right here.
Latches front and back. What's going to be in here? A pot of gold.
I already know what. Pretty much.
There it is.
That's gold.
So you can put a big battery down on its side all the way on the hull, the bottom of the hull, so that really lowers your center of gravity with these big heavy batteries. I run a
Absolutely.
3660, so it's a big beast of a battery.
Jeez.
And if you've got the Newport Low Pro battery, you know, that suitcase
Yes.
style, that fits right in here as well. That's why this is a square hatch, but it has that depth to handle their ones. We added a PowerLink plate on the inside of hatch.
Dude, that's
So if
awesome.
you want to wire it, you don't have to cut into the hull.
And now your wiring's only going like 3 feet.
It's not going far back
That's
there.
awesome.
One other thing, like for me, I'm not a super tall guy. I don't have very long
wingspan?
arms. And on the Titan X, it's a little tough to reach, especially the back of the black pack here because of the hatch.
Yeah.
With this one, it's about 2 inches forward
Got it.
of that.
Got it.
And that's just enough for me because like I can get to these, but it's a stretch. And now we don't have to worry about that.
That's awesome.
Same spring blade rudder that we've had. This one's got a Newport on it, and we've got the Wizard FCS steering attached to this. If you want to take a look at that.
Yeah, so let's take a look at that foot steering because this is one of the heaviest, dutiest, flexible, and quality foot steering component market
It
on the
really
market.
is. Everybody was using the plastic one before, and it
yeah.
was okay, but it
got the
it
job
was
done
sticky.
sometimes.
This has bearings in it, so you can turn. There's your left turn. There's your right turn, and you can go in and adjust the tension of those bearings.
Yeah. Because you just pull it out. Oh,
It's like,
yeah.
Right now, this is really free, right? I have mine set where there's just a little tension on it.
Well, people like the
Moving
tension.
around.
Actually, with more torque, you need more tension. When there's a lot of torque on the
Because
motor,
you're pushing on the...
because you're pushing against the flow
Against
of
the
that
flow.
motor.
Yeah,
So a little tension
absolutely.
actually helps you out, which doesn't make a lot of sense. Hear me out. I've built my own versions of these. A little tension goes a long way with when you're running like an NK300, not
Yeah.
a 180.
When it's totally free-flowing, it doesn't feel right.
It's not quite as good, for sure.
If you're switching out who's going to be in this one day, let's say, and somebody's got long legs, somebody's tall, somebody's not as tall.
Wow, at least he was
Sorry.
kind about it. Thank you,
I'm
buddy.
sorry. But all you got to do is pull this out and turn it. And now I'm loosening up, I'm lengthening.
Awesome.
So now these are all the way up here. Let's go even further. See, now we've got that, and I can tighten it up and do the same thing. If somebody shorter is in the boat, we can tighten this up just by pulling it out. It's spring loaded, and you can just ratchet it in. And you can do that on the water.
Yes.
So especially, this doesn't have a high-low seat, but if you've got a high-low seat in a boat, you'll need to move that because the high-low seat usually moves you 3 inches forward
Absolutely.
or backward.
And that's something to mention. Any other foot steering kit, you're tying a bunch of knots, you're guessing and checking, you got to do both sides and that whole thing. In this model, because it's one long continuous one, you just make one quick adjustment and you're good to go. Also, the Wizard foot steering can be applied to any kayak that has the similar setup. So a foot steering track that goes to the back, it can handle one of the ones that's on a wheel, or it can even handle one of the individual styles as well. So almost any kayak you can make that work on.
Totally standard bolt pattern.
When you're going to be running cabling through this for things like foot steering, do you have the plumbing already set up and the tubing's in there?
I installed it. This is going to be an accessory, so it's not going to come with this kayak because everybody's not going to be running a motor.
Absolutely.
So it'll be an accessory like it is now for the Titan X, and it doesn't come by default with tubing. I install tubing on mine because I think it's a little slicker. So we've got the standard 4-bolt pattern on the Newport, and then on the two sides there's an accessory plate that you can add. If you wanted to add 2 power poles to this, you could. So there's an accessory plate that mounts on here that'll allow you to mount a power pole and drive your pole down off the side. You can actually add 2 plates and 2 power poles if you want to. So we've got a little piece of deck pad here that just holds the drive in place, keeps it from clanging when you drop it as much. We've got mounts here that you can mount a bridge. The problem with the bridge is this. I've had a few questions about this already. If you were to run the captain's bridge here, well, then you can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
So what we recommend on this kayak is to mount 2 standard 1 graph podium style.
Gotcha.
So you can still do your dual graphs, but just leave that space in the middle open so that you can still do this.
Oh, they are, yeah.
They are. Those ones work with the Yak Attack HD, the one that has 2 screws in it, which I recommend.
You need the stability. You don't want that screen shaking on you.
That's it, and it'll wobble with the single. With the double, it really doesn't. But this, you're right, it's even wider, which gives you more flexibility on how far forward or backwards you want to go with it.
Let's pop the hood.
Let's do it. These twist latches too. If you've used those are knuckle busters. I have busted open so many knuckles on that.
It's so true.
And you pull that and it slips out and goes down the scupper.
See you later. Don't have that anymore.
I've done that a
big up. Oh, there you go.
This is nuts.
That's what we want to see.
There you go. So here's our scupper transducer down here. You've got a transducer bay on the bottom where you can mount your transducer, run the cable right up through here, no drilling. And then you can run your cables up here. We added the power link plate here as well, so you don't have to drill into this.
Awesome.
And when you get that long transducer cable that you got, you can wind it up.
You gotta hide it.
And put it in this volley strap.
That's awesome. So this is just for holding your cabling?
That's it.
Dude, that is such a huge deal. Usually you have to drill 2, well, what we've done lately is I take this whole plate off, or I drill 2 holes in it, take all the cable, shove it in, so I have one going in and then one coming back out. That hides it in the hull. Yeah, forget that.
It's just tucked away under the carpet. Nobody knows.
Way better.
Yeah,
and then this
nice.
is your drop-in bin.
There's our bucket, and that gives you access to the hull right here.
Or access to the front if you're doing a trolling motor.
That's correct. That's correct.
That's awesome.
I don't have it with me, but there is a plate that you can mount here. You just drill holes right there, put some bolts through and bolt that plate on, and that's a Molly style mounting. So if you got a computer, you can put the computer here and run your cables down.
So for like your forward-facing graph, if you got a black box, there's nowhere else to hide that. I'm not trying to glue it to the inside of the hull.
That's right.
We're just going to go ahead and mount it to the inside. And that's where you get your 3D right here too. That is awesome.
Even if you don't have that, if you want to put, you know, if you want to put
license, whatever it happens to be, yeah.
But yeah, you can mount whatever you want to on that. You can mount all your wiring up there if you want to.
Awesome.
Get it out of the way.
Outstanding.
So this boat is going to be super fast.
Yeah.
I don't know yet because it's too soon. Because
still trying to figure out the rigidity. And
when we get the right amount of plastic, it's going to get lighter and faster.
Love it.
But I'm predicting this thing's going to be 7+ with like the Newport MK300.
So we hit weight. What is the width?
36.
36.
So it's 4 inches narrower than the Titan X.
There's some of your speed.
It's not going to have the same stability, the primary stability that will.
Sure.
But it's going to have great secondary stability. So if you're somebody that likes stability is the #1 thing, that's all you care about, then the Titan X is going to be a better choice for you probably. But if you're like me and you'd rather have a little speed and a little efficiency, this is a great choice.
Give me to my spot first.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I love it. Yeah,
I got to beat everybody else there.
No, and have we talked price point yet?
We haven't yet. This I believe is $35.99. That's $36.99, so it's $100 cheaper than the Titan X.
So you basically get to make your choice.
This is actually a little longer. This is 12'10". That's 12'5", 12 and a half feet. So this is a little longer, a little narrower, which means speed and better tracking. It's going to track better too.
Absolutely, very cool.
Also on this drive, I don't have details on that yet, but it is going to be backwards compatible. You're going to be able to add it to some of the older kayaks.
That's really cool. So if you're a Titan X owner and you want some of the functionality of that hinge drive,
that's right.
You're going to be able to go and get one for yourself and go ahead and upgrade your old Titan X.
You won't have all the same functionality that you do with this.
Yeah, you won't have something like the plates.
But you will be able to have the folding drive.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
And then what about release date? I know we're still working on this. There's some engineering still to do, but we know the concept. We've got some of the components. When can someone go get one?
We're estimating turn of the year, so December, January, enough time to get it in and get it rigged up before spring and the good fishing starts.
Heck yeah. There you go. Marvin, thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Congratulations on that new launch. It's a really cool product.
All right, you guys, look, ICCast is a lot of work. When you do a lot of work, you get hungry, you get dehydrated, you need some sustenance. You need to salvage yourself. Water is $28 a bottle. But you know what's worth it? Poke. Every year, this is all we eat. Get a poke bowl, you enjoy your raw fish, and you get happier. Somebody asked me on the way over here, they were like, what's your happiness level? What's the happiness index? I said mild to low. When you're tired, it sucks. But you get your poke bowl, you feel better. And then you grab another energy.
All right, y'all, we're here with the Suspenz team here at ICCast. I'm gonna kind of show you what you guys have actually already seen on our channel a couple times, which is a whole range of cars for a whole range of situations. We got Aiden here from the Suspenz team. Walk me through the offering. Let's get to it.
Man, the first thing you guys are looking at, that live board, and we were out on the water with you guys. I was actually paddling, motor on the, using the e-propulsion motor on this thing. That was such a fun day with you guys. That was your first experience on it. That's where, with these larger boats, we have to come up with, products that are going to accommodate that.
Absolutely.
And one of those things was those yellowfin rigging stations that you guys use in your garage and absolutely love. But that's kind of the center focus here. But one thing that you haven't seen more of is the cart side of things. Now, you guys are up north, and that's where you can really take these heavy fishing yaks, port coolers, motors, trolling motors, power poles, and really get it to and from the water, and the cart is going to allow you to do that. And that's kind of what we really want to showcase here in the fishing community.
Nice thing about the big stands, why we like them, it's your tools, it's your pocket, it's your under storage, but it's also loading and unloading from the truck, moving the kayak around. When we do work on these in our garage, because we kit out kayaks all the time, that little table, I almost want to have like 4 little tables because, man, you know how many times I put a drill down and had it diss a freaking pier? Every single time. But when we were looking at some of these other carts, you guys have this really cool sort of system for figuring out, here, show me, this is like where show me your bottom comes from.
Show us your bottom, and that's the whole
idea
idea behind that, because so many people don't ask the question. It's what's on the underside of your boat, because not all carts are made equal. You first got to then realize, all right, what's going to actually fit the shape of my tunnel hole? And then you got to go with, all right, am I going to be going over some soft sand, or is it going to be rocky where I can get away with thinner wheels? Then the next thing is, do you really want to be able to transport it when you're on the water, or are you good to just keep it and tie it up against a tree? So the size of that cart matters. How much platform space do you have when you're on the water? So what's going to be the best thing for you? And we've really figured that out over the past 15 years, and we've added and subtracted and really dialed in a pretty solid product line that we can pretty much guarantee up to 99% of the people who are, you know, looking to kayak and do that, we have the perfect cart for your situation.
I love that. And a couple things I want to call out about their carts specifically. One thing here is they are modular. You can break some of their models down. So this one right here, you can pull the piece apart with a couple of different screws and pins. But check this out, really thoughtful features. If you've ever used a cart that has like a leg to try and help you keep it in a position, get really close here, zoom this in. So what you have here is that spring. I can't do, oh my God, you have to try less. This spring right here holds it in place, and you've got multiple different places, because what happens when you get into mud, you get a big kayak on there, it instantly kicks your leg out every
I'll show you the
single
difference.
time.
Without the kickstand, you're having to load it like this, and that's where you're having to lift your boat up even higher. But with the kickstand, all you got to do, put it here, and that just gives you that perfect loading platform. So I'm just picking up a boat, putting it down, and then you don't even have to flip the kickstand up most of the times, but if you want to, you know,
Try
simple as
less.
that. And then, yeah, you're pretty much off and going.
Unbelievable. The other thing too is a lot of times you get lazy when you're on the water. You don't want to grab straps, put them through the wheels, attach it to the kayak and that whole thing. These ones are already integrated. So they're hanging there for you. You can set the depth so that it's set for the length of your kayak. And then you've got the cam straps, which are the perfect solution for this, already integrated and already set up for you. So instead of getting lazy, dropping your kayak and smashing your stuff, do it the right way. They got it set up for you. So we already hit wheeled storage. Let's hit stationary storage. Talk to me.
You're sitting in our big catch stands. The best part about this is if I'm on a long show standing all day, man, I can just throw a pair of stands down and sit on them. One of the things, this is how we actually started our company 20 years ago, and started our house, and really it all came down to the best way to store your boat is on straps. No metal hard points, so when you're getting more expensive yaks, the best part about this is our DLX rack. It'll fold out, so when you put your kayak in, it's gonna stay open, so you don't need to lift it over any sort of hard metal surface. It'll lift in, come in place, and form to the and it'll form to the hull, which is the best part about that. So we've then just designed more options, so whether you want to store it flat, but a lot of these have our strap system to really protect your hull, the hull of your boat.
Amazing.
And we do customized modular solutions, whether you want to go up ceiling, under deck, on the wall, freestanding. So really it's just customizing it based on your space to meet your needs.
Even the ceiling. One thing I will call it here, guys, look at the load capacity. This is what's missing on a ton of different options. 150-pound capacity for something mounted horizontally is something you do not find anywhere. Most of the weight capacities are in the 90 to 100-pound range. You guys have extended that. That is a huge deal for kayak anglers looking for something to store multiple kayaks or one kayak a little bit higher off the ground, make the most out of their space, but still get the car in the garage, make everybody in the family happy, including yourself, because you got your kayak and your car in the garage. Suspenz carts, crushing it every time, making the most gorgeous board. Thanks, Liv and Sub Customs, for doing that one for us. Aiden, thank you so much, brother.
And one more thing.
Oh, yeah.
If you guys really just kind of want to figure out your space better, we really take pride in our customer service. Give us a call if you want to ask questions and want to figure out your setup to the next level, because we know we want to get you guys set up. You've got a storage space and then also a cart and everything that you can just make life easy. And we want to make that happen for you guys.
You heard the man. Give him a call. Check him out. Thanks,
My
Aiden.
guy.
We are at our favorite booth at ICCast, bar none. This is the Rugged Road booth. We're here with the boys, here to share with you a whole bunch of new products that Rugged Road came out with. So I got Hank here who's gonna walk us through first the new 25 cooler. Now, this is a kayak and kayak accessories video, so you're wondering, what does the cooler have to do with that? Absolutely everything. If you want to take your snacks out on the water and you don't want them to turn into a soupy puddle like our protein bars did when we were out in Tampa Bay, my God, chocolate soup, good soup, but you could do better. You could have it actually frozen or solid the entire time. That'd be nice. So Hank, take me through the new 25.
All right.
Is it light? I hope it is. Oh my gosh.
It's pretty light.
It's
pretty
insanely
light. So yeah, we're rocking with the same material that we always use. We got the Rigorite, we got the closed cell foam. You got the 25. It's ultra light. We got this collapsible handle either side, and for the top, we're just gonna open it like a center console.
Oh,
right
yeah.
there, right there. You got your basket, fits perfectly in there. Keep your stuff not soggy. We don't want it soggy. Close it down. And what the cool thing about 25 is actually you can leave this latch open and then it just closes.
No way.
Pop it open.
No way.
Yeah.
It keeps doing it. This is ridiculous.
It just doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop doing it.
It doesn't stop.
It just doesn't stop doing it. So also floats upright. So you take a spill in your kayak, your stuff's not getting soggy.
I know a guy who spilled in one of these Live Water Sports. He happened to flip it, and yeah, we had some problems, but guess what? The rugged road was not the problem. Paul was the problem. But all this stuff was dry because we actually used the 65, and that was like our seat. It was our storage. It was everything. I had baits in there. I had food in there. It was great. So they do work. They do float. One thing I was just thinking about with this thing I wanted to call out is because of the size of this, if you have like an open cockpit area in your kayak, this could just sit in front of you. And because you can access it with those side hatches, you set it up this way. You do that, you can just get access to everything. So you create that mid console like you were saying, and you can store gear in there or food or both. So that's pretty nifty. And then you just close it up when you're done. Sick. Okay, but then there's those situations where you don't want the hard cooler. Could be in your way. Maybe it's a little bit more space that you're taking up, or you have like those bungee straps on your kayak or whatever vessel you're out on the water. Those, you're gonna want a soft pack, something that's more malleable to fit into those areas. Sometimes you wanna be soft.
Sometimes you wanna be soft.
Stays in the flick, stays in the flick. So for those situations, you have this thing. What is this?
So we got the tardigrade here. So we've been working on this for a while. So cool thing about this is it's actually 2 bags in one. So you start with your cooler. You got your insulation right here. And what you can do is actually, if you don't need the cooler, you just take it out. That's your cooler. There's your dry bag.
Oh, there's another bag in there though. What is that?
Laptop sleeve.
Dude.
So, hey, Monday through Thursday.
That's right.
Laptop
Business casual.
sleeve, take it out. Friday rolls around.
Party casual.
You're about to go out on the kayak. You slide it in. Flame shot.
It's like, buddy, we gotta go.
Yeah.
And then it folds over. So like this is gonna be watertight, right? Like I don't need to do anything.
Absolutely.
But then
So
you can buckle it down for extra
There's
safety.
a couple ways you can do it. So you can actually roll it down and strap it like that. Or if you take the cooler insert out, you can actually roll it down like this. And then you could clamp it on the top too.
Oh man.
To be completely
nice and
dry.
compact.
Yeah.
That's sick.
So that way it's completely dry, submersible, falls off, it's gonna be fine.
So we got a chance to test out more of like a prototype of this thing, but look at the back padding. Paul and I wore this around for a little while we were loading and unloading all of these Live Water Sports from a trailer in the Florida heat. Being fully ingested by mosquitoes, it was absurd. I have a billion mosquito bites, but this was super lightweight, super comfortable to just rock as we were walking around there. Got the extra vented padding right there. You got all the molly strips there. You got strips on the side. I'm gonna throw a rod holder right here off the back because you can just cinch that sucker down. So you can do that. And a little side zipper pocket here, which is, I'm assuming, water resistant, not watertight.
Yeah.
Like most packs. Yep.
Yeah.
So you get all the way up in there. That's not getting wet unless you submerge it. That's clutch for a lot of those extra things. So really an overall like fantastic pack. Also, you got to show them this.
Yeah.
With that laptop sleeve, we got the extra accessory pack there. And on the inside, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. First of all, rolled down. So super watertight with the magnets. So my laptop, not fried. And look at the inside of that. Extra soft. Buttery. Calm down. It's so exciting.
That's right.
Anchors in. So in that main bag, open it up. Oh, there's a sleeve in there too. Nice. So then this just snaps in here. Let's see how easy that is to do. Oh, super simple.
Yeah,
And it stays in there.
just clips right in.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Dude, killer. I like it. But wait, there's one more thing, and I can't forget it because I almost did. The ice-o-meter, which is something we talked about with you guys last year.
Yes.
It wasn't ready, but it is now. It's
ready.
So let's talk about
It's
it.
ready. We got the ice-o-meter here. So a lot of people always ask, how long do these coolers hold ice? And this is your answer. So what we've done is we've got a smart drain plug here. So it measures the inside temperature of the cooler, the outside air temperature, gives you an estimation on how much longer till your ice is gonna melt.
How much time do we have until my chocolate bars are soup?
We got an app, Bluetooth to the phone, gives you everything you need right here. Can even have it set an alert, but it can set an alert. Tells you, hey, your cooler's above 40 degrees.
Buckle up. My cooler tells me when to add ice.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
It tells you what to do. It
Wow.
takes all the guesswork out of it. This is based on tens of thousands of hours of testing. It's legit.
I mean, I need
If you
this.
were going
I'll
on
take that, thank
multi-day
you.
trips, You need it.
That's absurd.
Yeah.
What is this?
So that is the on and off button, or connecting it to Bluetooth.
Touch on and off.
This
See?
will also be waterproof, so
Yeah.
as you're floating cooler, your ice-o-meter is just fine.
We got a little ring there, so we're not letting water into the cooler as you throw it overboard, or if you're Paul, you flip and it goes overboard. You are good to go. And then you just check on your phone, and the alert is clutch, because I'm out there, I'm camping, I'm partying, I don't have time to think about my ice, but my phone's gonna be like, yo, buddy, you need to make a run. Let's get a 20-pound bag in there.
Yeah.
That is sick. I love that.
Well, everyone said in the grill industry, if you're looking, you ain't cooking. Because every time you open that lid, you're letting all the hot air out.
If you're
Yeah.
peeking,
But we're saying if you're peeking, you're leaking.
You're leaking. I forgot about that from last year. I did not. It never left my brain. That's awesome. I
And this
just
will
wanted
be
to call
only
that.
for rugged road. This will not
Awesome.
fit any other cooler.
You guys are crushing it as always.
Appreciate
Love
it.
to see it. Rugged Road, you guys, go check them out. We've been using them for a long time. We just got a chance to use them as our seat / I was standing on the 65 sight fishing for reds when we were in Tampa Bay. It was fantastic. Can't recommend them enough. Go check them out. They're awesome.
Yeah, it's a great job, guys. Have a nice
Wait, you
day.
forgot your backpack and your cooler.
Oh, my backpack and
Take
cooler.
these.
Okay.
All right, y'all, with the Yak Power booth, we just found out there's an insane new update for your Lowrance units. So if you have the HDS, LDS units, if you get the 25.2 update, you're gonna see this. There's a Yak Power button. So you can pull it off the sides to get full screen visibility, but if you tap this, now you have power on and off for everything. That's all of your Yak Power. So you see those lights? Boom, gone, boom, back. You can also mirror it right here on your unit. So we have the screen, we have the button display, and then you can just switch everything off or on right there, which is pretty insane. So I'm just like, go crazy on this thing. It's really responsive too. Right there, everything is off, bring it all back on. It's really fast. Touchscreen slide with that. That is cool. Which one was that one?
I don't know, but it just popped out.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. It's gonna be the last one. M. M. That's cool, man. So you got this display, you got this display. He was saying with the wireless ones, you don't even need this. You can just ditch this thing. Even with their 5-panel switcher, their original switcher that they have, you can get a Bluetooth dongle that attaches to it. Love that word, by the way, dongle. Best thing in technology ever. So you get your Bluetooth dongle, and then you can sync that up with your unit. You are good to go. So a really cool thing. Good collab from Lowrance and from Yak Power. We don't have a Lowrance, but maybe we'll talk about trying one because that might be worth it. And then you also see a couple other Yak Power things that we love to see. We've got this track mount option here with magnet for your speakers, so that's going to be good to go. So this is your 8-panel switcher here. You got all your plugins. Super clean setup that they've got going on with this. We love how clean you can make your electronic stuff go. Then they added this extra little plate in here to keep the gear pod nice and clean. Love to see that.
I mean, they don't just glue it to the bottom like I do?
You kidding me? So we got that there. And then you tap your lights in for navigation on the side. And then you got your party lights down there on the side. Which one are those? Hang on, hang on. Did I get them? Got them. Party lights. They also got this. Paul has tried this. I just picked it up. We're gonna try this as well on my boat. But this is really cool. So this actually is a pass-through connector. So it goes here. You have this mount. You plug that in. It goes straight through here. That's watertight. No water's getting into there. And that allows you to really just clean up all of your cables. Super neat, super easy to do. Coolest thing about that is that you're gonna have all your wires from all these lights here on the inside of the hull. And with that, when I want to leave, I don't have to like rip all these wires out or have them connected. I can actually just unscrew this here. I won't do it to their display unit. But this unscrews, you take the track nuts off, you take your gear pod, you run away happy. It's neat. So Yak Power, crushing it. Love to see it. Also, one more thing, check this out. If you guys haven't seen this, we just got this, so we haven't really tested it too much, but we've been using it for our deeper mount. Look at that. Isn't that ridiculous? And then I want my phone back. You actually
Wireless charging.
Yeah, you press that, you're out. But yeah, it's wireless charging. Boom, all you do is hit that button and it locks it in, and then that's not going anywhere. Press it harder. There we go.
And the whole thing
Yeah,
completely off.
like a little GoPro attachment. Isn't that cool? Then you just pop that out, grab your phone, you're good to go. Super neat accessory, really big fan of that. Last thing I just saw, the bazooka with the big grip handle and a tripod. This is like the camping specialty. So you wanna just chill out, end of the day, you fish hard all day, you wanna jam out to some tunes, pop this up on the tripod between all the camp chairs, have a good time. These are cool. We've had the dry tunes for a while. They actually have a display over here. It's just getting soaked. Non-stop soaked. So absolutely waterproof, and you're still gonna have good sound with that. We're not sponsored. We just love this stuff. It's great. Bye, Yak Power. All right, you guys, we're here at the Hobie booth. We're looking at the iTrek Angler. Now, this comes in two different sizes, the 10-foot and the 12-foot. I got a chance to test out the 10-foot on the water day yesterday. You guys probably saw it in that video. If you haven't seen that, go back and watch it. It was pretty fun. So this is an inflatable. It's gonna be hyper durable. Hobie's been in the inflatable game now for a little while. You may have seen the links. The iTrek's been out for a long time, and all they did is they took the iTrek and they updated it with angler-friendly accessories. So what you're gonna see is you're gonna see the A-Trail plus track system. So back in the day, we used to complain about the A-Trail because you had to use these A-Trail accessories. They clamp around the outside of that. They are great, but it kind of really restricts the different things that you can do. It means you can't use your favorite Yak Attack accessories and stuff like that. When they added the track, it's a center load track. So you can see this big open space there. Drop your accessories, slide it to where you wanna have it. Your seat is actually on the track too, which is great because it makes it insanely stable. That seat's not going anywhere. And they positioned those rails from the back of the seat to just a foot or two in front. So that means in this low seat position, you can easily reach all of these accessories. They're all right there for you. You can mount your fish finder. You can just simply zip tie, or even like, look, they ran the cable through the track just to get it out of the way. That's really cool. And that goes back to your battery, which you can store under your seat. There's actually space there. Or behind the seat, we have our Newport battery here. They got their Newport throttle track mounted to the rail. That's really cool to see. And then you can run your Newport controller or whatever other accessory all the way back here. All right, you guys, so cool thing about this, on the back, we've actually got 3 accessory mounting points, and they just have this simple little pull pin. It's just a red pin. Pull it up, there's a slide there. Now this is a 3D printed version of it, but they actually have multiple versions that you can use to mount your transducer, which is going to go off the back. Cool thing about that, it's above the bottom of the boat. So unless you use a super high horsepower motor, for the most part, this is completely protected, which is nice to see. Also, you can see there's an adjustment, so you could slide that up to protect it even more, as long as it's in the water, because otherwise your transducer doesn't work. So you gotta have it down enough. Now, you can put an NK300 on this. So you can absolutely rip on this thing. So you got your mounting point there, you got this here. How you would steer it, you're wondering? Well, you would actually set up on the track up front your foot steering. So you can use a couple different accessories here, but you could set up foot steering on this no problem, and that's really cool. And then you saw our rudder there. The rudder you can switch sides with if you want to. There's a simple pull tab, right? That little red pull tab there. So it can go from here to here, super modular. Also, I'd say I really like this seat. So I sat in this for, I don't know, about 20 minutes yesterday on the water. It's all mesh, so it breathes really well. Also, I've never been mad at a Hobie seat. They're always so comfortable. So this one is no different, extremely comfortable, love that. Also, I always love that they use the Vantage Pro seat as office chairs. And then you're gonna see all these little D-rings around here, as well as elastic that you can bungee down whatever you have. So throw your gear back here. You can add a crate and just strap it down like that. You can strap down your battery. You got rod holders for your crate, and then you can get their rod holder accessory like a side stager on the side. And that can be tied down too. You just have these little pull tabs. So if I just go like this, you go over the rods, pull tab in, you're locked. We use these for years actually on our Hobie 360 and our Hobie 180 drive. They're great. Also, speed. This thing is fast. It like skims on the water. So you are cruising. You can do 360s. It's almost zero turn. I said in the on the water video, it's like as close to zero turn as you can get. I was turning on a dime. As far as the drive goes, check this out. So you can just rip this thing out. We have the kick up turbo fins, part of why we're going really fast. And kick up just means that if you run into something, these things are going to, go ahead, they're gonna kick up. Imagine that. And then you just slam them back into place, just like so. Go ahead. Yeah, and you're good to go. So you just pedal, they'll kick back up. You don't necessarily have to pull the whole drive out. Also, an update from the original iTrek is that they have forward and reverse. So the original iTrek just had forward, you would have to turn around. This one actually has the quick pull tab for reverse because it's the Hobie 180 drive. And the thing about the 180 drive is it doesn't break as much as the 360 did on us. Easily repairable because it's all really like external on this. So if I flip this up, you can replace pretty much all of these components. I have done it because I beat the tar out of my 180 drive. So there's a lot of options right there that you can do. You have paddle clips on this side here, so you can stow your paddle. You got basically a pontoon style inflation, right? So these are separate tubes that you're inflating. You inflate this, you inflate this, you inflate that. I stood on this yesterday. It's very stable. Like any inflatable, it takes a second to get your like sea legs down, but then after that, you can walk all over this thing. So I really like it. The one thing that makes it tough for a lot of people, I would say, would be the price point. It's Hobie. It's $2,900. That is what you're gonna get. I think it does pack a punch. If you're at that price point and you feel good about it, awesome. I think you'd be happy with this thing because you can do a lot with it. And again, you have the 10 and the 12, so there will be two different price points. So maybe the 10 is more achievable for you. All in all, pretty cool release, I would say. Hey, real quick on this, we want to call out that the iTrek Angler actually has a skid protector on the bottom of it. So that skid plate on the back there is going to protect you when you roll up on your boat ramp, you hit concrete, you are fully protected. So that's genius. This is something every inflatable absolutely should have. Also, there are brass inserts where you can mount your motor and other accessories so you don't end up accidentally popping your boat. All classically awesome things that every inflatable should have, and unfortunately most inflatables don't have. What's going on, you guys? We're here at the Dhooker booth. I'm hanging out with Mike right now, and Mike is going to walk us through the original product that you guys know we've talked about on the channel. We've showed the fakes out there. We've broken the fakes out there, and this is the real deal. Now, this is a what grade medical device is this again?
It's a class 1.
Class
FDA
1
certified.
Yeah, those knockoffs are not class 1 FDA certified medical devices. This one is. It's heavy duty. We've been using this one for a while. It's on all of our kayaks when we go out, and we took it to British Columbia. Man, this thing is awesome. So they've got a couple of new products as well, and then we might even do a demo on the old. I really want to slap Paul in the face with this, like as hard as possible.
No.
It's just screaming for it. Walk me through, Mike.
Awesome. Yeah. Hey, first of all, thank you guys very much for those cool videos you put out there. Thanks for supporting us. Thanks for being here right now. So you showcased that, the original Dhooker. And you know, in launching that thing last year at ICCast, we had a bunch of kayak fishermen come up and go, hey, that's great, but can you make us a smaller one?
Yeah.
Something with maybe a loop on it that we can hang from our vest.
That's a great point.
You know, enough guys ask that, hey, guess what? There it is.
We got one.
We got one.
Sick.
The metrics from here to here are the same as the original Dhooker tool, so you can handle about a size 1 to a size 9 hook.
Don't get a 9 in you, please. But if you heard, but if you do, then you can get it out with this.
It can happen. But so anyway, yeah, thanks to the kayak anglers, right? You guys, we call this the Yak. And after that, we had a bunch of guys coming up going, you know, that's great and that's great, but I do a lot of fly fishing. I use sabiki hooks to catch bait, or I fish for a small panfish. You got something for a really small hook? I said, well, you know what? They've got little grooves in them, same as the Yak. You can put a little lanyard in there.
Oh, nice.
Stainless steel. And the dimension here is a lot less than the other two tools, so this can accommodate a much smaller hook, like a sabiki hook or a small fly. And you don't need as much leverage to remove one of those, that guy right there.
Holy
so
cow.
you can just get a finger through there, and then you still got leverage, and it probably gives you enough power to pop that little tiny hook out of there. And so an acronym for a small fish is called a dink, and so we call this guy the dink.
I know about the dinks.
I know all about
the dink.
it. So
this is the dink life.
Yep.
Oh man, that video is
the deal. So that's what we got this year, guys. We got a lot of more stuff in the pipeline coming your way.
So what's the price point on all these?
We got retail at $59.99 for the Dhooker.
Okay.
$49.99 for the Yak, $39.99 for the Dink. And did you want me to pop a hook out real quick?
Yep.
I want Jeff to try to do it.
Okay.
You want me to demo first, then you give it a go?
No.
Nope. 10-4.
Do it.
All right,
Come on, you got this, man.
Walk me through it. What am I doing? I'll do this.
You got it. Yep,
right?
that hook catches the problem hook. That goes over the shaft.
Okay.
Now you give a little tilt forward to disengage the barb. Now don't pull up, pull straight back.
Okay.
Bing.
Oh, I
Just
did
like
it.
that.
Came out too fast.
Just
I
like
have to know
that.
how to do this to St. Paul
You did
after I hook him.
It was
on
textbook. You're like a professional.
Let's go. Yeah, because I've done this before.
And so this little guy right here, you got to have a little better vision because this thing's so tiny. But
I have terrible
similar
vision,
principle.
So that's a problem.
Similar principle. You got another little hook there that grabs the problematic hook. This rides up over the back. I've got him now. I give a little tilt. Pop it right out.
Oh, that was so soft. I like yoinked it.
Yeah.
That's
well,
awesome.
You know,
little tiny hook.
I didn't want to come back there and stab you in the neck.
Remove the hook from there, put the hook in my neck. That would have been great.
You know anybody with a hook removal tool?
Maybe.
Yeah. So we're here at ICCast just having a blast, demoing and introducing and meeting cool guys like you. So
appreciate
thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Great demo. Also, crazy prosthetics. Look at this freaking foot. These toes, crazy.
Gross.
Can we show this on YouTube?
I already did it.
Blur it out.
Just doubled
You
our
might
revenue.
get a whole new audience with that foot fetish thing there.
Welcome new subscribers who like foot stuff. You guys definitely check out Dhooker. The chance to get a hook in you if you fish is pretty high. Like it's like, I mean, if you fish any number of hours, it's a pretty good chance, especially if you hook into those dinks. You got a jerkbait with 3 trebles. I mean, we've all done it. Look how buried that treble is, by the way. That could be you, and it's a great idea to have something like this Class 1 medical device on board. There's no reason really not to, and that way you don't have to mess around with the braid trick. You don't have to hope for the best. You can just yoink that sucker out just like that, and then someone's gonna step on it. Oh no, he found it. We're good. We're safe. It's just a good idea. First aid kit's great idea. PFDs, great ideas. Keep yourself safe on the water. Have fun. Catch fish. It's a blast. Dhooker right here. You guys check them out. Very special guest camera person. We got Jake Hepner, the Iliakin, right behind the camera here. So we get to talk about the deeper sonar. Now, Paul, you now have 3 deeper sonars.
I do. I have the
freak.
Wow. I have the prior model. Well, you guys have seen us put some time in recently on the Pro Plus 2.
Yeah.
But now we have here the Deeper Max, which is basically taking a lot of the features that we had in the Pro Plus 2. We're extending the battery life. So you go from about 9 hours all the way up to 15. You still get your
Insane.
built-in GPS. You're gonna be able to actually shoot about 60 feet further as well. So about 330 and you go up to about 395 with this new one. Now the big game changer, you can actually see it back
Look
here,
at that.
is you can actually program at any point, anything that you're seeing, you can switch it to a 3D map. So instead of
That's
just
a lot
saying,
of readout,
oh,
too.
neato gang, we have some fish here. Now we actually get an understanding and context
Contour.
of where you're at. You can see contour, you can see when things are gonna be changing and kind of what's happening around you versus just understanding bottom structure and content with where you're fishing. So my river fisherman app's gonna love this. I mean, the difference of being able to say, oh, look, a hump, and like, okay, now we're heading into deep channel. Maybe I'm in the outskirts of that channel. Did I blow out the hole or am I about to? I can understand. You just get so much more context with your fishing information. And again, all out of a unit that if you come over here, super small. And so this is actually the arm that comes with it. You can clamp it down, but I know that for me, I mount this on a track on the side of my kayak. What I really like about this, at first I was like, man, I don't know if I love this. When you hit something, it just does this.
It just moves.
So you're not gonna lose your unit, which I really like. The other thing too is this arm means as the water changes, if you get wakes, if you get sticks or anything, it's gonna go ahead and move with the water. So I actually really like that too from a durability perspective. You have really nothing to worry about. Coming from a river fisherman, I actually do care quite a bit.
That's how it works. And then anybody who knows how to find fish with a sonar, you know that contour is everything. So I could be stuck here forever just casting around getting nothing done. But if I could see right here, I can see we got some fishy spots. We got some depth chains, and I want to be able to see that so I know where to cast, I know where to go after those fish. So that is really cool to have. The portability is really nice to have. Also, check this out. They have a night cover so that you can find it at night. Imagine that. You cast this out there, it pops off the line on accident, of course. We'd figure out how to do it. We can actually find that thing, so that's really cool. All right, guys, we're here with Bill at the Naqua booth. If you guys don't know this, we've been running Naqua for a long time now. Use it in a ton of different situations. We powered up our gear pod. We've run our cameras with it. I love this little camera mount. That looks super cool. Ours is typically this setup right here. You got your Naqua 10 or a 20 amp there running that USB-C all the way up to the camera. Works great, love it. So Bill has a new drop from Naqua though that we want to highlight for today. Actually, 2 variations of it. So Bill, walk me through the light kit that we got.
Sure. So we're really proud to announce our launch of the Naqua Stick and Glow lights. This is the nav light version, and you can check it out here featured on our New Canoe U10 build. So our nav lights are compatible with our 12-volt power that you can kind of see there as well.
Look at all them batteries.
Like anything Naqua related, we make installations and usability extremely friendly. And so the whole thing with the nav lights is they stick on and they glow. It's prep, it's stick, it's glow. Inside the kit are your lights, your alcohol prep kit pad, your switch, and then it's again compatible with the battery. And I'll give you a quick demonstration. Yeah, go ahead, Jeff.
Oh, I'll give a demonstration.
So we have white light mode, red, green, nav mode, and then off. And then when you hold it down, it goes into SOS mode if you're out on the water and get caught in a bad storm and maybe you need to get rescued by the Coast Guard, and just hold it back down and it'll go off. So it's a really cool feature that we felt was a must-have in the nav light stick and glow. And then we also have a accent light version if you pan over there, Paul.
This is a party boat.
Yeah, so this was a product that was heavily requested by by our tour operators that run clear kayaks.
Yeah.
We already had a lighting system to light up the water underneath, but a lot of them were requesting accent lights. And so the other new product is our Stick and Glow accent light version. It's just a longer length version of the product, and it has 5 color modes and 5 color chase modes on it as well. So Jeff, if you want to click the button, you can kind of cycle through all that.
Oh yeah, clean. Dude, the red boat.
I want to put that on my trailer.
Murder boat.
So it's not just kayaks. These use industrial strength 3M VHB tape, and so as long as you clean the surface really, really well, it's going to stick. And so you guys will be really, really good.
That's a lot of modes.
I want that on my trailer so bad.
Yeah, this is great for this. Well,
so,
considering you ripped the lights out, we probably should do that.
Watch me do that again.
So both of these products are going to be available starting mid-August, so this time next month.
Mid-August. What's the price point we're looking at for each of those?
All right, so the accent light version of the Stick and Glow is $149.99. Batteries are sold separately, and then the nav light kit version is $67.99. And again, batteries sold separately as well. So you can get into the nav lights with a 10 amp hour battery for under $200, and the 10 amp hour is what I would recommend. It'll get you 12 hours of runtime on the lights, and then if you want to jump up to the 20 amp hour, you'll get 24 hours of full runtime on it. So we're really excited about them, and appreciate you guys stopping by.
Yeah, absolutely, man. This is fantastic. Nice work on that. I love it. I'm recording.
All right, guys, every single year we make it's not just a pit stop, we make a full-on overnight stop to the Yak Attack booth that we have our good friend Wade here. We were lucky enough to get to hang out with Wade in British Columbia last week and spend some extra time with him.
A lot of time in the airport.
In the airport.
All the time in the airport.
We're still in Calgary. This time the travel was smooth.
My soul never left.
This time the travel was smooth, and we're here to check out a bunch of new product. One that we got to test on the water was the Yak Attack Yak Drive. Wade, walk us through some of these key features and what people should be looking for from this product.
Absolutely. So what you guys are looking at is our first step into electric kayak propulsion. We're starting off here with the Hobie drive. It was a super easy play. There's nothing really else out there like it in a GPS setup like this. It's literally plug and play. So there's no mounting, there's no drilling holes, running wires. You literally drop this unit in, and you've got a fully remote controlled GPS unit. Just hook it up to a battery. And speaking of batteries,
dude,
this thing right here, this tiny little box is our 12 volt, 100 amp hour Yak Attack power pack. So both of these, great price points, I feel. $1,600 is what we're shooting for on the motor, and $700 on the 100 amp hour battery.
Now this is very much an under the seat battery. We got if you go over to the Hobie Pro Angler over there, so go ahead and look under the seat. You can see how easily this is gonna slide under. And then Wade, you go ahead and walk us through some of those key features of that battery.
So again, I mean, great compact size. You've got your USB ports and voltage readout over on the other side. But the shape in itself there, as you can see, it's kind of notched like this. It's going to make it great for that seat strap. So an easy way to secure this thing or to secure it down so it's not sliding all over the place. But again, that's pretty much it with the motors.
Yeah, and you do get a charging port right here too?
Oh yeah. And it comes with the charger.
Now, a couple things I want to call out here. You do have what we'll call spot lock on here. What do you guys call that spot lock feature?
It's Navisync GPS anchoring.
So what you're gonna do is, like, let's say you're rolling like you are right now, pop that off. You go ahead and click your anchor button, boom. And then now that is going to stop you. Now I'll tell you, it takes about 3.5 seconds to kick in, but when that thing turns and whooshes, it's like, boom, done.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite things about this, so let's take the anchor off. So let's say you want to start going. What I'll do is, you see here, the setting is on 2. Let's say you really want to get ripping. All I do is go up to my speed, so now I'm on 10, and watch the motor. Boom, it is going 10. It is like instantly rolling at 10. If you want to get going and you want to go slow, I know, right? You want to get going, you want to go a little slower, kick it up to 3, and it just starts going at that speed. I absolutely love that. It just cuts down on, and you kind of understand what you're going to do when you get started and when you get going. And this thing does turn. So when I want to steer, that's your turn speed right there. And very efficient on that Hobie. And what's really nice about having it center mounted is you're not reliant solely on the remote to steer. You actually can do it in conjunction with your rear rudder. So if you're in a Vibe, because there are some like Vibe and Hoodoo and others that utilize the same type of motor as this, pop that in, pop down your your rudder, and you got a lot of fine control, but then you're also getting the horsepower on that electric motor.
Well, absolutely, and using the turning feature here on this with the steering handle and rudder on that Hobie, I mean, you can do 360 turns on a dime.
That is exactly right. So getting away from the bank, turning around from your spot becomes a heck of a lot easier not getting your paddle out. That is one of a ton of different products. What's next?
All right, so while we're right here at the boat, a real quick hit here. The classic leverage landing net has got a full redesign here, all kinds of new features on this thing. So this is something we teased a while back, but we've completely redone this hinge. Classically, you just bump this thing and you collapse the hinge and you know, you're ready to go. Over time, that'll wear out. It got to be a problem with some people, so we've completely redone it. We have a nice trigger system here. So when it's locked, it stays locked. When you want it undone, you just give it a little squeeze there. Little design features here on the arm cradle as well, simplifying that a little bit. But one of my favorite things is this used to be a decal.
Yeah.
You guys know after a couple of weeks, it's looking kind of crappy. So new feature here, everything is lasered on, the Yak Attack logo and that awesome American flag feature right there, all lasered in. So brand new look on the leverage landing net.
And I'll tell you on that leverage landing net, we use that for big lingcod, big toothy fish, and it was handling them with ease. I was a little nervous at first. I was like, brother, these fish are insane, and they go nuts when they're in the net.
Watching all of them go crazy when they got netted.
We probably netted like freaking 75 of them on the first day, and it handled every single one, so money in the bank.
Yeah. Made a believer out of Trevor as well.
And then next up, I'm already seeing a new pattern over here.
So yeah, new camouflage pattern here on the seat cushion. Actually sitting here tethered to it is a set of our new titanium pliers.
Oh, these are, oh my gosh, these are super light. Holy smokes. So you got the cutters on the sides for your braid?
Yep.
And then a lock? Yo, that is clean, and they are really small. And then you got the split ring there too?
Yep.
And the split shot pinch?
Absolutely.
Dude, there you go. These are sick. I love the color, the gray and green, the gray and orange. Dude, that's legit. I love that.
Those classic Yak Attack colors right there. While we're right here, everybody got to see the command center crossbar last year. It was very rough. It got sidelined to, while we finished up the sand rig surf cart project, which took a lot of our bandwidth.
Heck yeah.
But so we have this out here now. It's going to be 4 different SKUs, 2 lengths, and 2 different mounting options.
Oh.
So what you see here is a product of what started here on our HD fish finder mount. Taking all that play and that wobble out of our fish finder units here. So a super solid adapter here with the features the same lock and load teeth. We transferred that down here into this bracket.
Very
but
cool.
something different that wasn't on this last year, you see, is this hinge built into the mount. So you guys know all kayak gunnels are different.
This is the worst one.
Some tilt in, some tilt out,
Yes.
some are flat, and this is going to make this a perfect fit every single time.
Dude, that's awesome.
So again, this is the HD version, that zero play lock and load mount on that. And back here behind the seat, we have your classic lock and load option back here.
Oh, whoa.
So if you want that quick connectivity, you've got it here. If you want a solid, HD version, zero play, you've got that other one there.
No
And again,
way.
2 lengths, 34-inch and 26-inch.
And being able to pull that out takes a ton of weight off too. So you unplug your screens, take your screens inside your truck.
Put it in
when
the
you're
back
at-
seat of the truck. Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. I love, because that's such a pain with a lot of those. Even when the head unit comes off, it's still just a ton that you gotta remove. That's awesome.
So this is big prototype still right here. As you can see, it's all 3D printed. Somebody stole my divider tray. But there is a key. That is the other lid.
Oh, that's the lid. Okay.
But so that we've keyed in spots for drop-in dividers here for the new cup holder 2.0. We're calling it the Cup Holder Pro. But 2 different lid options. You have a solid lid,
Nice.
and you have the trash trap lid. So if you're throwing
Line.
line all the time, you have that nice pie cut there, so you can just stuff anything you want down in there. It comes off super easy, just locks into those holes. You take it off, take it on, hinges, it locks, and this actually fits the Naqua or the 10 amp hour battery very, very well. But again, tray options, a phone sleeve, a little tray over here, a tool holder.
All my baits. Oh.
I mean, custom size for that retractor right there.
Dude, that's awesome.
So
honestly,
again,
a lot of guys with pods too. This is great for just like center mounting your pod, because then you get your phone, your baits, your accessories, all that kind of stuff. That's really cool.
so we've got the black and orange accents here on the black back. You guys have seen this already. You know, I've been teasing it. Orange tether tubes have already been out for a while. All these parts are run in, you know, production quantities. Packaging is done. I just need a little time once we get back and settled for ICCast to finish up web pages, and you guys will be seeing this stuff here very soon on the website.
I love it.
So for that custom option. But
How good does that look? That's ridiculous.
It pops so hard, man. So this is the drop shot anchor reel. So one of the things we've been working with, our new CEO, Dave Martin, formerly spent most of his career with Penn Reels and Zebco Reels, and got one of his old Zebco buddies to actually help us with the gear system inside the anchor reel here. So we're still ironing out some things, but the variable drag is one of the things that we've been going with.
Slow drop.
Yeah, so you don't want to drop this thing to the
off your
bottom
spot.
and let everybody know you're there. So that's one of the cool features that we have in this. One of the other things is the 45-degree bracket. You're going to have a flush mount bracket, but it's going to come with the 45 as well, so you don't have extra parts to buy.
Wow.
If you don't want to use it, you don't need to.
Yeah.
But it's just key in, you know, something like this right here that you see on the RVR 119.
Yes.
You know, the other models, it's hitting the seat, or you're hitting the seat and it's going under the seat. Yeah. So that 45-degree bracket is just clutch, you know.
And it's really
bringing
nice.
this whole thing together.
And it's really nice because without that 45, you may have a kayak where it fits really great here, but if you don't want it on the other kayak, because all you got to do is take this off the track, you can put this on another kayak at any point. So being able to go both different ways coming out of the box is awesome.
Literally, I mean, it's super comfortable too. I mean, you just got both sides right here, super easy.
Man. So front and back on that RVR is money.
Drop and go.
But now I see something else over here on this kayak that's
we'll get there.
We got more.
The single HD mount here on this Garmin screen to get a lot of that play out. This is the 26-inch version of the bar on the lock and load base. But something else, this is still really theoretical right now we're playing with.
Yeah.
But this is we completely unlock it. Swing arm crossbar. So we're exploring usage for this. We're thinking you flip it out and you have a trolling arm out there for your rod holder, or even have it behind you with your track pack on it. Flip it forward, do your work, flip it back out of your way.
No way.
So another cool option we're playing with right here. You know, it's just all these ideas. And,
that's wild.
You know, we really broadened our design team over the last couple of years. We went from like 1 guy, 1.5 to like 4 guys. So
unreal.
All this stuff that we've been dreaming about for years is coming to fruition. So you guys are really seeing all this new stuff coming out, just pouring out constantly.
That's insane. And the number of SKUs coming out this year is nuts. I mean, between the tools,
over 60.
That's
when you put everything together, even some of the stuff that's not on the list, like the net redesign and those hinge kits, like
all new.
Some of that's not even on that list of SKUs.
Wild.
Let's talk about Kayak Candy. Not suitable for human consumption. Even though it comes in orange, blueberry, cherry, and lime, you're not supposed to eat it.
That's awesome.
It looks so tasty.
All right,
just remind me not to have any.
So this is a full line of everything you need. Once you've made it yours, you keep it yours. You keep it looking good throughout the year. So everything here, just your standard kayak wash. You know, simple. It's good. It's not corrosive. Not too many chemicals that are going to mess your crap up. Just good, simple.
Especially depending on the kayak, you want to be careful with what you're putting on there, right? You can't just like slap something on. You're going to wear that off. You're going to wear it down. It's obviously doing the opposite of what you want.
Absolutely. So once you have it good and clean, we have a UV protectant.
Dude, so when you get that Vibe Makana with that gorgeous purple camo, don't ruin it. Don't ruin my purple people eater.
That's right. And something else great, I think, I didn't even think about it earlier until talking with somebody else, but inside the hull.
Yes.
You know, this mold and mildew remover here, but also great on your fabric seats, your cushions, your deck pads, things like that. And then scum line remover.
That's what I need, dude.
I have an original Top Gun gray Bonafide that hits the river a lot, muddy water. Her nickname is Tan Lines.
That's such a good name.
It's awesome.
So, I mean, but once that stuff's on there, I don't wash my boat when I get home every single day.
Literally
Once it's been on there a while, you have some porosity in there. Like, it's hard to get out, and this is key for getting that. But again, that is the Kayak Candy Care products.
Look at the wheels.
So, all right, let's take a quick look at the Tow and Stow wheelie bar. So this is actually something that has been sitting in the corner at Yak Attack just as long as the bar cart and the bunkster have been out. This is something that we really just kind of put to the side. and just let it stew for a while.
Yep.
But it's kind of an answer to one of the other brands that's out there that rips the top of your hull out because your whole boat is supported by it
And voids your warranty.
Yes. So this thing flips around super easy. We have these nice little brackets. You can Velcro them down so it's not bouncing around. But the great thing here, watch your feet.
Yep. What? All right, now I gotta try it.
So yeah, we'll keep that momentum. Just keep those wheels going.
Oh my Lord,
Like you'll
have
find
mercy.
that sweet spot.
Lord have I'm already.
But, for a lot of people, picking up that kayak and setting it on the cart
That's
is a
the
huge
worst part,
challenge.
by far.
Like, there's a science to it. Like you have to do some geometry there, and once it's fully loaded, it's super heavy. This just takes all that work out of it.
Yeah. No way. So you just come up here and kind of get yourself figured out, dude? No way.
Yep.
That is bonkers.
So one other cool little feature, say you're running a stern motor, stern-mounted motor.
yeah.
Oh, I can't do that. That crap's in my way.
Yeah.
Or anything else you've got going on like that. You have quick connectivity.
That is nuts. Now this is going to be a release SKU. People are going to be able to get by this one?
Absolutely. This is going to be probably one of the farthest ones behind that you guys are going to see right now. We're really focused on a lot of the other things that are really close to the finish line.
Yes.
This will probably be what we're shooting for is early March, so it's just in time for the coming season.
Give me that. That's awesome. And then you still get your fantastic wheels, and then you do have some adjustability so you can customize it for whatever size you got here.
On your axle as well. It has the same tow and stow feature there with the quick connect wheels. So you can literally pop these off and throw the orange sand wheels on there as well.
Dude, that's nuts. What a great option. That is crazy. The Tower of Cryptek.
Well, not all Cryptek. This is a Riptide camo, and I'm not sure what the bottom is, but
Tower of Camo.
Yes, this hydro dipped pattern stuff we've been playing with. Something's going to be coming to you guys here. Not sure how soon. I mean, making this, being able to produce this at a production level is the next step. So, I mean, it's very time consuming.
Sure.
It's an art.
What a cool option, especially if you've already got a kayak that's a specific color. And you're like, what if I wanted to be super clean? Go ahead and throw one of those. That is amazing. I cannot wait to see those.
I mean, picture that with,
yeah.
Just being able to play with like the gray tether tubes, or maybe even throwing the orange kit on this blue with the orange tether tubes, just watching that pop.
Dude, that color pop's going to be awesome. And then you go ahead and get yourself a different color on the hardware there too. Dude, talk about make it yours, dude. That is awesome.
So I guess the last thing in the stop, you guys have seen most of the other stuff this year from the dry bags, a lot of our soft good passion projects.
Yes.
I guess the last of it is the tools. So bringing a lot of different tool options here. We have, your fish grippers, your weighted fish grippers, your fish de-hooker.
Dang, that's small profile.
Knives. This is the Featherlight. These are aluminum. You were playing with the other ones over there earlier. This is a heavier duty aluminum. Those are good, more sturdy. The little precision nippers.
I love those so much.
I mean, work great with the retractors, for your PFD pockets. And the magnets here, the magnetic tethers.
The breakaway tethers.
Yeah, so something we're playing with there as well.
Anything from like nets, even your phone if you needed, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I'm really interested in the net and the potential of a maybe bigger net down the road from like a musky-sized net. Keep that bag out of the way so when you put it in the water, it doesn't cut the whole net off.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? When you put it in and it's forward.
Yes.
So keep it back.
Got yourself a gaff here as well.
Almost forgot about the gaff.
Holy, this thing weighs nothing. It weighs less than the freaking cord that's holding it. That is awesome.
It floats.
Oh, and it floats.
Yeah, it's so lightweight. It floats, and you even have a little measuring option there on the side of it.
That is amazing. There's like too many SKUs to talk about this year. So we've got, you're talking about propulsion. As always, we're talking about the customization, storage, as well as transportation with the kayak, and even mounting grass in like 10,000 different ways. YakAttack, one thing you can always count on them for is heavy testing everything, and then coming up with solutions specifically for kayak anglers. We're talking about things that float, because what happens when you're a kayak? Stuff comes overboard. What do you need it to be able to do? I want to get it back. And then also just being really creative and giving people options to customize their rig their way. Make it yours. I absolutely love that, Wade. Dude, congrats, man. Crushing it this year.
Awesome. Thank you guys for coming by.
Boom.
Later, nerds.
You got 'em. So why the heck am I back here at the Yak Attack booth, standing next to Yak Attack's new drop-in drive motor? Well, there were some comments left on some social media, and some people have been talking about this, and what they're saying is that this is a knocked off motor, that they stole this from another company, they're ripping it off, and from a Chinese company, and they're just selling it to you. I'm here to tell you, I understand why you think that, but that is just factually incorrect. So what's actually going on here? What is actually happening? What is the truth? Yak Attack, on purpose, for multiple years, worked with Hobie to develop this. So Hobie has the manufacturing, Yak Attack has the know-how and the ideas, and they understand kayak fishing, and they knew what they wanted to see. They developed this in partnership. That means together, on purpose. So you're gonna see a version of this motor sold to the Chinese market. It is totally lawful. Again, they're doing this in partnership on purpose. And then in the USA, you're gonna see the Yak Attack version. That is how you are able to get a motor like this without Hobie's manufacturing capabilities and without Yak Attack's design and know-how. Neither of these would exist. I totally understand why this is confusing, and I understand why you would think that, but what's really important to understand is, again, without both companies' ingenuity, know-how, and partnership, we wouldn't have this awesome option, this awesome motor that's getting Yak Attack on the map and getting you in your Mirage drives motorized. I just wanted to make sure that it's crystal clear. If you guys have questions about this, hit us up, talk to the Yak Attack team. They're being very transparent about how this works. Again, Yak Attack getting into a new market, and they're doing it in a way, the best way possible, to make sure that we, the consumer, get new products and get cool stuff, including a 100 amp hour battery that fits under your seat for like $700. If you got questions, let us know. Just want to let you guys know what's actually going on. All right, guys, what you're looking at here is the new Powerpole Move. This is their newly released trolling motor. Pretty unbelievable unit. The first thing you're going to notice is you have a silver pole here connected to your motor. That is a titanium shaft backed by an no questions asked lifetime warranty. That is how much they believe in the durability of this. Also, you're going to notice right here, all the information readout here in the front, visibility wise, is got this LED light. It is unbelievably crisp and will absolutely pop in bright sunlight. You also notice how big this mounting plate is. This is one of the heaviest, dutiest plates I've ever seen on a 36-inch shaft, or just in general. Super powerful motor. You can run a 24 or 36 volt with this, which means you're going to get an unbelievable amount of power. You're talking anywhere from 6 to 8 miles an hour, depending on the hull shape and what kind of battery you have and that sort of thing. A couple of really cool features too. Instant reverse. You do not have to rotate the motor to have it go in reverse. So if you pull up on your spot and you just want to get a little back kick to stop yourself, you just press a button. You can even do this on your phone, and it just instant reverses you, stops you, gets you right on your spot. You pop down your spot lock, and all of a sudden, bam, you are how fast this thing kicks into spot lock mode is unbelievable. It looks just like this. It's like 1, 2, 3, bang. It is like 1 second. It's unbelievable, and it holds crazy tight circle. I think also you'll notice the deploy here is on a lever or a pedal, depending on how you choose to use it. That is, and then you don't have to drill into it to clip in here and actually have the functionality for a kayak to come all the way back here with that longer tether. Just a lot of really thoughtful, really high quality, high-end components with this. This amount of power and this amount of functionality, you actually can get away from having 2 motors if you wanted to. So yes, the price tag is high. The quality is even higher than the price tag, and it gets you away from having to have a stern mount because of the battery power, the efficiency, and the speed that you can get as well. Or you can just go ahead and run both. Look, I'm not saying you gotta have it, but you also get the functionality with your micro anchor power pole as well in the back. It all can be controlled from your phone or from their new electrical unit, which is honestly the unit that's got the camera mounted in it is such a complementary component too. The cost is high, but the delivery is high too. You also get functionality with your Raymarine, your Lowrance, and a couple of other units as well. So they are working with those companies to have that functionality built in. And again, you can use this as a complementary item. So if you want to do your graphing, your mapping, your research, or if you just want to take a video call on the water, you can do that too. Pretty unbelievable drops from Powerpole, home runs all around, and on the water footage just goes ahead to show that, dude, this thing absolutely delivers on the durability, quality, and all the things you want to see from a high-end trolling motor with a 36-inch shaft built for a kayak.
Shoo! How was that show for you? What do you think?
Dude, it's freaking bananas out here, and honestly, this year will be like the year of the slept-on stuff. We had the motors were completely bananas, but so were the freaking coolers. Like, nobody missed. Tons of awesome stuff this year.
Lots of neat things, lots of stuff you guys need to check out. Technology is insane, but here's the thing. We talked about it in previous videos. We are pushing the industry forward. It might be too expensive, too out of reach for a lot of folks right now. Hey, are you okay? Do you need assistance? Send help. So there's a lot of stuff going on, y'all, but here's the deal.
Anyway, so the Garmin Force control.
Like I was saying, this is good. Like, even if you can't afford that stuff right now, that's okay. As long as you think it's cool, if companies keep pushing it because they know people want it,
that's right.
Eventually competitors are going to drive that cost down. There will be other things available that might actually fit you.
So if you want cool stuff and you want it to be cheaper, tell people how cool it is, and someone will be like, there's a market for that. Let's go ahead and attack that market and give you what you want.
I like cool stuff. Do you like cool stuff?
Cool things are neat and or fun.
If you like cool things and reviews and all that stuff, we want to be a resource for you guys, so be sure to be subscribed, smash that like, all that stuff. We got more YakAttack videos coming for you real soon, so we'll catch you on the next video, okay?
Take me out.
All right, bye. Oh, look, it's a big kayak. Oh, there he is. There he is.